Hello everybody, this is Lady Loser again, and I'm recording this video for the second time, which is a shame because when I recorded it for the first time, it was the first time that I actually was watching this video, so it's not a react of a video that I already knew. It was a brand new one, but it didn't go that well, so I'm going to do it again. So it's the second time that I'm watching it. So yeah, let's do it. And before I begin, I just would like to thank everybody who commented, who made comments on my first video, and also David the guy that I reacted to, noticed me. Thanks. And yeah, so let's go watch this one. I don't know this YouTuber, right? So it's the first time, not the first time, the second that I'm going to watch something of his. Alright, so let's go.
I can't work a 9-to-5 job. Anytime I've ever tried, I started to legitimately lose my mind. Like,
yeah, right, so relatable. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Yeah, I feel like this is one of the videos that I'm going to relate a lot. I already know like what he said, but it's the same, you know, the way he said it is just, yes man, that's it.
I've worked so many different types of jobs. I've worked at U-Haul before. I've worked at a call center. I've worked from home. I've done sales. I've done customer service. I've done real estate. I've done food service jobs, retail. I've done it all. Like, I've worked so many different types of jobs. Sometimes this job I might last 9 months, this one 2 weeks, 3 months here, 1 day here. I've never lasted at a job longer than 1 year. I just can't.
Alright, so what I have to say about that is that I can relate. The longest that I have stayed in a job was 3 years. Only one job that I had, I stayed that long. All the others were like 2 years max, and usually like 1 year or less. So yeah, that's pretty much relatable. And I have also worked in many different fields. The fields that I've worked in are so like he mentioned a couple, right? So the range of, or the types of industries that he seemed to that he said he worked for are more diverse than the ones that I have worked for. But I've done quite some different types of jobs as well. So yeah, yeah, pretty much relatable. Let's keep watching.
Do it. I legitimately can't do it. And anytime I've ever tried to express this feeling to people that jobs aren't for me, people look at me crazy, like I'm lazy and like I need to suck it up and that's just life. Newsflash, that's not just fucking life. If it was just life, there wouldn't be people who are doing whatever they want to do all the time. There wouldn't be the rich people. There wouldn't be people who are free. I feel like so many people are stuck. They're in like this box. I don't want to use the word matrix because I'm not trying to be cringe like Andrew Tate. Speaking of him, I just want to go on a little rant real quick. I'll see people online like him who say life isn't about being happy. Life isn't about like enjoying what you want to do and it's just work. It's just grind. And the fuck? This isn't like caveman days where you're just doing.
That reaction of his should become a GIF, you know, or a meme, or a sticker to use on WhatsApp or something. But anyway, yeah, completely agree. And gosh, I'm having my freeze reactions again. I hate when this happens. So yeah, he was saying that, yeah, he said about the grind and about the people that believe, you know, in the grind, right? So obviously, as you guys can imagine, I also am of the same opinion, right? That this whole hustle culture thing is it's just not true at all, right? It's been, I think, the only generation that could collect results from genuine hard work were like perhaps our grandparents, you know, because nowadays work is not really about hard work anymore. And there are like plenty of jobs that force you to work harder than actually is actually healthy. So like, why are there so many people burning out, right? And apart from that, I don't really think the 9 to 5 is something that's for everybody, you know. I don't know, of course there are people who are successful in this model. There are people that are able to have this routine, but I feel just like him, like it's not for me. And at the moment I do have a full-time job. I do feel like the dread, you know, every time I have to wake up every Sunday. But I mean, when you don't have choice, you just have to do it. And yeah, let's keep watching to see what's his take. What are other opinions about this on the matter?
Shit just to do it. Like, we live in a time where you have the ability to love what you do and be able to actually make it work.
Hello everybody, this is Lady Loser. I'm recording this video for the third time, which is kind of a shame, because the first time I recorded it, it was actually the first time that I watched the video. So this would not be a react of a video that I already knew. It would be a brand new one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm watching this for the first time, and this is a YouTuber that I am watching for the first time. So I don't know any other video of his. The reason why I wanted to react to it is that when the video popped up on my feed, I immediately related to the title. So let's see what he has to say about that. And before I begin, I would like to thank everybody that made comments on my first video. I didn't really think I would get like more than 2 comments, so thank you so much. And thanks Dapper Dev, the guy that I reacted to, for commenting there as well. So yeah, thanks very much, and let's go.
I can't work a 9-to-5 job. Anytime I've ever tried, I started to legitimately lose my mind. Like, I've worked so many different types of jobs. I've worked at U-Haul before. I've worked at a call center. I've worked from home. I've done sales. I've done customer service. I've done real estate. I've done food service jobs, retail. I've done it all.
So yeah, that first sentence and the way he said it, right, is so relatable. I do have a full-time job, but as you guys are going to see, I relate to a lot of things about this topic that he's going to say in the video, and about the different fields. I have worked in many different fields as well, I guess. Like not that many, so basically my experience is like across education and like university jobs, office jobs, and that kind of job. So basically school or office environments. Yeah, and okay, let's keep watching.
Like, I've worked so many different types of jobs. Sometimes this job I might last 9 months, this one 2 weeks, 3 months here, 1 day here. I've never lasted at a job longer than 1 year. I just can't do it. I legitimately can't do it. And anytime
in my case, I have never lasted more than 3 years in a job. Usually it's like 1 year, a bit less than that, a bit more than that. But yeah, that's very relatable as well.
Ever tried to express this feeling to people that jobs aren't for me, people look at me crazy, like I'm lazy and like I need to suck it up, and that's just life. Newsflash, that's not just fucking life. If it was just life, there wouldn't be people who are doing whatever they want to do all the time. There wouldn't be the rich people. There wouldn't be people who are free. I feel like so many people are stuck. They're in like this box. I don't want to use the word matrix because I'm not trying to be cringe.
Alright, so I'm going to make a comment before I forget what I want to say, because this happens a lot to me. So when it comes to like what he says, what he just said, like, oh, there are people that say, oh, this is life, just look it up. I think that most people that say that do that from a place because, like, man, I don't have a choice, so just do it, right? And I do think that most people don't really have a choice, myself included. Um, and again, like, as with most things in life, you can go deeper in this, right? So of course there are situations where you can have a choice. For example, I'm here recording this video, right? I'm trying to do something different, but in general, most people that think like that is because they literally don't have a choice. Most people are struggling these days, and yeah, there's more to that, but let's keep watching and then I can talk about it.
Like Andrew Tate. Speaking of him, I just want to go on a little rant real quick. I'll see people online like him who say life isn't about being happy. Life isn't about, like, enjoying what you want to do, and it's just work, work, work. It's just grind. And what the fuck? This.
I love, like, this reaction that he had. I wish it would become a sticker for WhatsApp or a GIF or like a meme, something like that. And yeah, I do agree with what he's saying as well. I just think, I do believe that life should not be about just work, right? And I think that this mentality is pushed down to us by very powerful people and billionaires, so that the people who grind can keep making these people rich. Yeah, and guys, every time I react to these videos, I think of so many things that I could say, right? So but I'll just spill it out gradually with every react. Else, I don't know, these reacts are going to be like an hour long or something. So let's keep watching.
This isn't like caveman days where you're just doing shit just to do it. Like, we live in a time where you have the ability to love what you do and be able to actually make it work. Why would I want to do something I don't like? Why would I want to hate my life? Somebody could give me $500,000 and say, here, work this 9-to-5 job for the next 60 years. Fuck you, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because it's not about the money for me. It's never been about the money. I want freedom. I want happiness. That's what this shit is all about. Why would I want to...
Man, I think he's right and wrong at the same time. Probably because I'm too like hopeless about everything. But okay, he said like $500,000, and like for 60 years that's nothing. But I don't know if he meant, perhaps he meant like $500,000 per year. If that was the deal, then I would accept it. Work that horrible job for like a couple of years and you know. But yeah, jokes apart, yeah, I agree with what he means. Life should be about being happy and doing what you want, of course, of course.
Make my life miserable and spend 70% of my life at a job. I even hated school. Like, as a kid, I remember starting school, whether it was at 7 a.m. or at 8 a.m., 6 a.m., leaving at 3, 4, 5, whatever. And I'm looking around and I'm like, does anybody else not see how crazy this is? Like, what are we actually doing right now? I'm learning about this bullshit that I know won't matter. And when I ask the teacher, when am I going to use this in real life, they can't give me an answer. I knew it was bullshit from the beginning, but it was like I was a kid, and all I have to do is get the grades, or else I'm going to get in trouble at home. That's what life was. So now as an adult who's able to finally make decisions, I'm looking at the cycle basically repeat itself, where instead of it being school, it's work. And people are like, just do it. Anytime I've tried to tell people...
Yeah, so my story in those regards is a little bit different. When I was school, I actually used to enjoy school, and not because I agreed with the system, but because I used to like, reading and learning, and I used to enjoy learning all subjects. I was not what you would call a nerd, because when you think of a nerd, you usually think of this very specific stereotype, right? People that like comics, that talk about specific topics and have these specific interests, and I didn't have those specifically. But I did like to learn the actual content, you know, from the school, how the world works, biology, chemistry, mathematics. I really enjoyed it. And also in my case, even though I did study in public schools all of my life, and in Brazil, public schools are usually like terrible compared to private schools. I actually studied in public schools that were in a good neighborhood of the city. So like I had a few teachers who taught both in these schools and also in private schools, and those usually it's not only those, but like usually those teachers would be like the really great teachers that gave amazing lessons and would really inspire you to learn. And the teachers are big time, not just them, but like they are big time, one of the main reasons why I enjoyed learning so much. So after I left school and I started to work full time, and I started to work full time at 17 years old, 17, 18, almost 18, that's when I had the real life shock, so to say. Not that I didn't have before. So, for example, even though I liked to learn, I used to hate to wake up early, and I used to not be good at this like long, tiring routine of studying a lot. But when it comes like to having a routine in a place that you don't really want to be, doing things that you don't necessarily agree with, and that are many of the times pointless, and dealing with people that you will not always like and will not always feel good to see every day. That happened to me basically at when I started working only. Not exactly, guys. There's so much, right? As I always say, there's so much more I can say about that, but I'm just trying to simplify things. There are many other things of different topics that happened as I was growing up in those schools, but for now, that's that. Yeah, let's keep watching.
Like, I can't work a job. They don't understand where I'm coming from. I'm not doing it. Fuck a job. I can't do it. I've tried anything and everything to make it work. I've tried drugs like antidepressants and ADHD meds. It doesn't matter. Trying to make myself normal, right? Trying to make sure I can just work the job like everybody else. No. I need to accept that this is who I am.
I went through a similar process. I have also taken antidepressants before. I have also tried to fake it, as everybody says. I have also tried to swallow it up. Nowadays, that's pretty much what I still try to do, but I'm drained and exhausted. But I still do it because I don't have a choice. And yeah, I understand his reaction, and I do agree with what he's saying. I just think he missed, and not like, again, I say that without judgment, right? I think he kind of forgot, or couldn't think about it at the time, that people who react like that are usually the people that don't have a choice. So they're like, yeah, just suck it up, man. What else are you going to do? What's the alternative? And yeah, let's see what he has to say about that.
Right? And that's fine. And I shouldn't feel guilty about this is who I am. I shouldn't feel guilty about that. Like, okay, you can work your regular job and you can be fine with it. Not me. Not me. I don't care. I live alone. I have bills, right? I have to pay my rent. I have to pay my car insurance. I have to pay my credit card bills. I have so many bills. But I'd rather be uncertain about where my money's going to come from than have to work a job that I hate. It doesn't matter. I don't care about the money. I want autonomy over who I am. A great example is my last job.
I wish I can say that one day, man. I wish I could say that. Good for him.
I just quit my last job. I started my new job like a month ago. And it was working fine. I was, telling my parents about it, having conversations with my dad. Everybody was saying like, yeah, this is finally good. Like, you're finally like going somewhere and you're doing something. And And I was like, it's whatever. And then I'm working there, and like I'm starting to like just get the feelings that I always get when I have a job, where it's just like, "Ugh, I don't want to go to work. And it's like when I get off of work, I have no.
Guys, sorry for interrupting so much, but this is so relatable. I had a very similar experience with previous jobs and my family is basically people that, like this regular example of people that are able to, you know, work 9 to 5 jobs and climb a certain corporate ladder, right? And I was always different since I was a child. I am the different one in those regards in my family, and I do relate to that sensation that he just talked about. Holy crap. So let's keep watching.
Energy left, and I'm dreading like bedtime because I know as soon as I wake up I have to get right back in front of my computer and begin working on dumb shit again. It was a sales job, so I'm sitting here calling people on the phone, and my manager is nitpicking and micromanaging and telling me what I can and can't do, and I I can't do that. I can't have somebody telling me what to do. So that anger was just building up, and I just said, fuck this. I finished my shift that day and I just stopped showing up. And my manager was like emailing me, sending me messages like, where are you? Like, did you put your PTO in? Did you request time off? Fuck you. Like, that just reinforced my idea of why am I allowing somebody else to be in control of my life? Like, this dude, who I don't even know, is literally texting me saying,
Right, guys. Oh my god, my voice failed. So I said, right, guys. The first time I watched this video, I was wondering, like, man, this guy did all of these things to his previous job. He must have some sort of financial stability or something. Because he's doing the things that I wish I could do, right? Uh, but anyway, that's very relatable, right? I've had micromanaging bosses in the past as well, and it's just, again, there's so much that I can say about that, about how those types of jobs that burn you out, with micromanagers, with people that just want you and your productivity to go up and up and up, how that's becoming more and more common, how people getting exhausted is becoming more and more common. But anyway, this video is not about that. So let's see what else he has to say about his experience.
where are you at? You're supposed to be in work. You're supposed to. I'm not supposed to. Nothing. I'm not supposed to do anything. Like, I refuse to be told what to do. I refuse to be at the mercy of another person. I can't do it. I won't do it. That's not why I was put on this earth. I feel like I'm different.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if it's like the. So what I want to say is that depending on the environment, I can kind of cope with being told what to do, right? But it definitely is not. It's not the. It's not the most comfortable place for me, and it's just like his. It's not the thing that I want for my life. So yeah.
For a reason. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm the chosen one or anything, but I legitimately feel like there's a reason I am who I am. Like,
And I'm saying that out of paranoia, guys. Oh my goodness. But yeah, let's go. Let's keep watching.
look around. There's people who are in the Olympics, people who are famous streamers, people who are in the NBA, people who are musicians, people who are models. These people don't work regular jobs. These people were molded for something specific. And I feel like people who feel like this, people who feel like me, I feel like you are one of those people. You're one of those people who could become something so special with the gifts that you have, and naturally your body is telling you that you're not meant for the ordinary, and so many people just give in. So many people just follow the script of what's already written for them, the blueprint of life, where you're just supposed to get good grades, where you're just supposed to get into college and go live on campus and get into debt, and you're just supposed to get that job, and you're just supposed to marry that girl and start this family, and you're just supposed to live.
I do agree with that. The only thing I would add is that I think that even, you know, the most regular people that you see out there, I do believe really, like in my heart, that everybody, every person, everyone has like something special about them, that if we lived in an ideal world where everybody has the possibility to do what they want with their lives, I think if that existed, then every person would have something special about themselves that they could work on, be it something that's similar to the regular type of life that we have these days as the standard, you know, climbing the corporate ladder, building a family, blah blah blah, or something completely different, right? And I do wish we had a world where all these different types of success and different types of thriving was possible. But yeah, I relate to that. I have been judged for not being able to be like that as well. So yeah, let's see what else he has to say.
That you're in your hometown forever, and you're just supposed to retire at 75. I refuse, and I feel like a lot of other people, they know this, but they can't make that leap. They can't make that step because most people are one decision away from their lives changing forever. And I've seen it firsthand. I've been somebody who's had it all and lost it all. And I know how to get to the top of that mountain. And this time I just won't lose it. Most of you probably don't know who I am. But like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I had a large following on TikTok. I was making money. I had fans. I had people who loved me. And I threw it all away. And a part of me regrets it, but a part of me knows that at that time, that was the right.
Alright guys, so as you know, I'm watching this for the third time, but when I watched it for the first time, at this time I was like, okay, so that's why he's being so bold and so making all these risky decisions, you know, doing all of these things that I know many working class people like me and like most people out there would love to do, right? So he probably does have like some savings, some sort of and I don't know, some savings to be doing what he's doing. And yeah, I say that without judgment, right? So if he made it, great for him. And anyway, I agree with most things that he's saying in this video. Yeah, so let's keep watching.
Right decision because it just wasn't right for me. It didn't feel right. I listened to what my body felt, you know. So I know it's possible. I know if I set my eyes on something that I know I want to do, I know it's possible to get to that mountaintop. I just have to know how to maintain it. So I know that people are legitimately one decision away from their lives changing forever, but they can't make that decision. I feel like you have.
Alright, so what I have to say about that is that I think he's kind of missing, and I don't think he's doing that out of spite, you know, no way. I think he's probably just forgetting, you know, but most people that react like that and that do not take that decision is because they feel like they either really don't have a choice, their lives are so effed up and so they struggle so much that there is no time left to do something different, there is no money left, whatever. In my case, for example, I have a full-time job and I cannot lose it because I also have, you know, bills to pay and everything. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I think people that do that is because of the struggle. Like, I don't have a choice, so that's why they react like that. And yeah, and also about the consistency that he said, right? So he needs to keep it to be able to reach the top of that mountain. And consistency is something that I myself have struggled with my whole life. So I like to say that I'm consistently inconsistent. Which is really ironic and really sad. But yeah, let's keep watching.
To go all in, because me personally, I'd rather die than work a 9-to-5 job. I can't do it. I'd rather die.
I love these reactions, guys, and I hope whoever is watching this, if somebody's watching like until now, I'm pretty sure you guys are enjoying it too, right? Amazing, very relatable.
Like, it's just not worth doing. I legitimately start to get so depressed and I start to lose my mind and nothing in life is enjoyable anymore. And I start to
Same.
dread just existing. And I feel like if you have that feeling, instead of saying there's something wrong with me and I need therapy, or there's something wrong with me and I need a drug, or there's something wrong with me, maybe there's nothing wrong with you, but you're just doing the wrong things. Maybe you just shouldn't be working that job. Maybe you shouldn't be going down this life path.
Yes, I agree, but then again, it's like, it's not like people are doing that because they don't want to, right? Most people don't have the means, or some people, I do also believe, of course, there are some people that do have the means, but won't do it. And I think also many people like that out of ignorance. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do it. I'm afraid, whatever. But yeah, man, the like this dread, this sensation that this is not for me, I really do relate with it. Holy crap.
And I feel like you have to step outside of what everybody else is doing. Fuck society. Fuck the expectations. Fuck people who are telling you what you can and can't do or what you should do if it's not meant for you. You know what's meant for you. You know what feels natural. But a lot of people don't feel like it's possible. It is possible, especially with the internet. This isn't 1975, where unless your dad is a millionaire or you're a nepo baby, then that's the only way you'll make it far. And you every other person has to go to school and just get a regular job and right. I get it. Back then it made sense, but today we live in a time where the internet births the most amazing people that we would have never seen before. Somebody could just...
Man, I agree with that almost completely. I just don't agree that like it's possible for everyone. It probably doesn't mean that, right? It just, but it sounds like it. So yeah, I think it really depends on a lot of things for you to be able to do that, what he's proposing here, right? So in my case, for example, I have a full-time job. I can record these videos after work. But like there are people that have such long commutes, such an exhausting routine at work that they cannot, that it's just not a possibility for them, you know? So even though we do have the internet, I don't think this is for everyone. But yeah, it depends. Anyway, as always, it's complex. There are so many possibilities, right, that we can talk about. But anyway, his video, regardless of like the things that I agree or do not agree with, he's giving like a great motivational speech for people that want to start, you know, producing content or doing something on the internet. And yeah, very relatable experience about the 9 to 5. Let's watch the last bit.
Posted TikTok online of them lip syncing to a video, some music video, and some modeling agency sees it and their life has changed forever. Somebody could decide, I'm gonna go start this clothing company, I'm gonna go market it and promote it on these social media pages, and their life could change forever. We live in a time where you could legitimately do whatever you want to do if you just know what it is and stick to it. So fuck a job if it's not meant for you. That's all I gotta say. Just like, fuck a job.
Right, I don't know why this video about depression keeps appearing to me.
I can't
anyway, anyways, you guys noticed, right? Pretty relatable video. I agree with almost everything that he said. Yeah, I'll keep working my 9 to 5 because I need to, but I hope that all of us that want to get out of this routine and get out of this rat race and out of these jobs that burn us out, I hope that all of us are able to make it And if you watched until here, thank you very much, and see you next time.